Alright everybody, welcome in. We've got a twins mirror here on Shrouded Backwoods. You know, they really dug into the theme of this month. Got a nice little bit of fog action going on here. Well, not fog of war, but some nice little mist special effects here. And Rasposo versus Marcomapps. I would put Rasposo as the favorite here, but you know, maps can definitely surprise us. A strong player in their own right. And we've definitely been seeing them improve a lot over time as well. Is one of my favorite things about this is like you get to see people come into the community and really like kind of how I would say this, like learn a lot about the game, we'll put it that way. Anyway, Rasposo, they're just going to contest this lumber mill over on the left hand side. Doing so with the sword from the mountain makes a lot of sense. And here we see the sword crit lineup. Probably, oh actually we're not going to see that on this side, as maps didn't go for the knockdown from the mountain. And ooh, gonna see the swords coming in here. Or for the counter attack, but nothing too major. Yeah, Rasposo just gaining a little bit of advantage using that terrain. Rasposo, yeah, they're just gonna continue to be aggressive. Let's see more of these swords coming in, more of this commander coming in, sorry, and putting in some work. This sword over here, probably gonna go for the crit. Yep. It hits the sword and not the village. I guess that makes sense. It allows the village to be decamped next turn. And you're kind of dealing with your opponent's units. Like, the choice of whether to go for economic pressure or going for, like, unit count is, like, a fairly major one. Yeah, we're just going to see the favoring of, like, trying to knock down the units. That said, Rasposo probably wants to heal up their commander fairly soon. You know, you've got the enemy knight coming in. And, yep. Doesn't want to get killed easily in the early game. Wants their commander nice and juicy, I guess you could say, to be able to knock some stuff down. And speaking of which, full heal commander will knock down a 7 health village. So we're going to see Marco continue to put the pressure on, and they have so much money. This is actually a fairly high income map, so especially with that big cut at the start from the lumber mill. What are we going to see now? Yeah, Rasposo just kind of regrouping. They did some good work early on. They're going to put a little bit of pressure on this right hand side. A little surprised to see the commander being the one to go for the village hit here. I guess they just want that extra bit of groove. On the flip side, that's gonna do. Yeah, they go for the capture on that village. They're a little bit behind on groove. They need like one solid hit to get groove. Okay, gonna use the commander first. They're gonna take a little bit of counterattack damage, but nothing really close by to like follow this up, so. Oh wow, that's a very deep knight. Oh, that's a very dead dragon though. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, actually I do know how I feel about that. That's gonna cost them a very high cost unit. And I guess they could technically kill the witch. Like their own witch hit plus like fire getting dropped down would kill. But oh yeah, they like, I don't think they should have done that. You're gonna cost yourself a really big important unit. And witches are even cheaper in Wargroove too, so that's like a huge loss. Okay. One thing it is gonna allow, and ooh, we see Scorching Fire come in. That's gonna, yep, hit the witch. Oh, but their own witch is gonna take some damage this turn. The one thing this is allowing is the extra pressure on this bottom left side is going to pull the army away. Means the trebuchet is going to have time to get into position. And ooh. Only one hit on the sword there. Oh, and the witch goes down as well. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Yeah, like so much of this army was left in range of the oh wait. Cooling Flame. Oh no. Knight's gonna follow this up as well. That's a dead golem. Yeah, I think this is probably gonna be game soon. Rasposo doing some excellent work with their units. Both golems still left alive. Plenty of money to buy. Oh, they actually don't buy anything expensive. They just buy a bunch of air troopers. Wants to get unit count up. And actually, if your opponent's going trebuchet, this is like something that people might not be familiar with. Trebuchets actually die to air troopers. An air trooper crit will one-shot a trebuchet. A regular air trooper hit will heavily damage one. And yeah, Rasposo just playing a very solid game, waiting for Marco to kind of blunder units and yeah, just taking really good trades. The Treb's a little bit scary, but air troopers are going to come out and that will like cause a lot of problems for the Treb. Yeah, now Rasposo just actually getting a surround on this commander, or at least like a soft surround. It's actually really difficult to get twins out of this position now. There are like 3 powerful units over here. Actually 4 powerful units over here, Knight included, that will be able to trap the twins. Maps is just like, oh, my opponent's commander is pretty scary. I'm gonna try and chip it a little bit. And doing an okay job contesting these villages, but I don't know if this is gonna work out long term. Like, I think twins are just dead. At least Marcomapps twins are dead, sorry. There are 2 sets of twins on the map. Yeah, Rasposo just needs to keep putting the pressure on. And oh, there's a dragon nearby as well. I didn't even see that. Gonna reinforce, do a lot of damage here. And you can just position the knight, yep, on top. Twins have to escape through a forest, which is gonna slow them down significantly. And I think Marco's just dead at this point. This trebuchet is way out of position to help. Golems are also way out of position to help. I just don't see what they can do. Treb just kind of slowly crawling across the map. Marco, there isn't enough stuff here. Like, everything else is moving away. I guess he was like trying to set up to try and put some stronghold pressure on, but you're attacking into Cooling Flame. You don't have particularly hypermobile units. And here we go. The first suicide comes in. I don't even know if it's necessarily needed, but yeah, goodbye. And yeah, Golem hit comes in, and yeah, I don't think the mage hit was needed at all. Commander probably gonna do enough here. Oh no, it's slightly injured, so it is in the forest. But literally anything can finish at this point. Does a little loop-de-doo with the dragon. Nice. And we get to see a dragon kill on a commander, which is actually fairly rare these days. Dragon got nerfed pretty heavily, in particular against commander, but losing the massive damage bonus their crit condition did also kept them largely in check against being able to kill commanders. So yeah, we don't see them too much anymore, but nicely done. And Rasposo, I guess, just played like a patient game, waited for maps to kind of overextend a few times. And maps, I think, you know, when you lose one unit, you start losing more units, so trading a dragon for, I think it was like a sword, and then losing the dragon, and then losing a witch to kill the enemy witch, as well as having to put groove into it. And then, like, yeah. not really worth it, and then like once you start falling behind, you start doing more risky plays. So yeah, well played. We're gonna see Rasposo take it.